Hello, welcome to another lesson on pronominal verbs. We will continue on the first lesson that we had on pronominal verbs, and today we will take a look at the second part of it. We'll explain pronominal verbs a bit more in context with some exercises. This lesson can also be found in your book Exploraciones on the pages numbers 16 and 17. The objective of today's video is to talk about the second group of pronominal verbs. Let's get started. So, pronominal verbs 2. This group of verbs are the ones that are known as the exclusively pronominal verbs, or the exclusive group of pronominal verbs. Sorry. In other words, this means that these verbs would by all means have to be used with a verb with a pronoun se. You can't take away the pronoun without destroying or without changing the meaning of the verb in a way. This is because when you take it away, the verb would not even have any, would not make any sense. So for example, we have the verb arrepentirse, which is to repent. You can't say yo arrepiento. It's wrong. But you'd have to say yo me arrepiento. So this is what we mean by verbos pronominales que son exclusivamente pronominales. That means that these are pronominal verbs that are 100% pronominal verbs. They must be used with the pronoun se. In the same way, you can't say él avergüenza from the verb avergonzarse because it's incorrect. So you have to say él se avergüenza. If you take away the se, it can't work. There are other verbs that you can, like acostar, as we saw in the previous video. When you take the se away from acostar, acostar itself means to lie down. So the cat can be lying down. Your bag can be lying down. Anything, any other thing that's in, that's not a human being or that's not a living thing. Any other inanimate thing can lie down. That's with the verb acostar. But when you use acostar, say you're talking about a person or an animal or something lying down. But these verbs don't work like that. You take away the pronominal part of it, the pronoun se, you change the verb completely. It doesn't make sense. Okay, so examples. Alegrarse. So we can't say yo alegro. No, you have to say yo me alegro. Arrepentirse, like we have seen. Asombrarse. Yo asombro. No. You have to say yo me asombro. And then avergonzarse, dignarse. And then we have jactarse, and we have quejarse. Okay, so here's an exercise to talk about pronominal verbs a little bit more in context. Now we're going to try to understand why you can use or you may use the pronoun se with some of these verbs, and why if you don't use them, the whole sentence becomes something that's not correct. So let's get started. The first sentence, el piloto quitó su chaqueta. The pilot took off his jacket. So the verb is quitar, and we have seen that for pronominal verbs, it means that the object receives the action of the subject, and this subject and the object are one and the same person. Now, the subject of the sentence is el piloto, the pilot. The verb is quitó. And then, what did he take away? His jacket. So, the pilot and the jacket are two different things. It means that the sentence is correct. Quitar on its own, it's just any other regular verb which has been conjugated in this sentence. Wonderful. But then, when you use it with a pronoun se, it becomes a pronominal verb, and you can use it in other instances to mean other things. Okay, so this is correct. Now we have the second sentence. El chico sienta en el piso. The boy sits on the floor. So the verb is sentarse, which means to sit down. This is because when you sit down, the subject of the verb sentarse, which is you or me, is the same person who receives the action of the verb sentarse. And el piso means on the floor. It's just an adverbial phrase of place. So we are looking at the fact that this sentence may not be correct. It's incorrect because the se is missing. The se is missing over here. So el chico se sienta. He sits and he receives the action of sitting down. Okay. The third sentence. Eddie no se sienta bien. This verb is different from the first one. First one is sentarse, and the second one is sentirse. So we have an A and we have an I, which is different. Okay. Eddie no se sienta bien. So Eddie, subject of the sentence. Eddie, the one who receives the action of the verb sentir, which makes the sentence sentence correct. So Eddie is not feeling well. The verb sentirse is the right verb to use. The fourth sentence. Mi profesora no enoja fácilmente. My professor does not get annoyed easily. Over here, we would note that the verb is enojar, but it has to be enojarse because the professor is the subject of the verb enojarse, and she's the same person who receives the action of the verb enojarse. So it has to be an incorrect sentence which lacks the pronominal verb se. No se enoja fácilmente. Mi profesora no se enoja fácilmente. This brings us to the end of today's lesson. Muchas gracias y hasta la próxima.